What's going on, my friends? Welcome in, take a seat and get comfortable. Hope we're all having an absolutely wonderful day so far. Great to see you all. So, on today's video, we're going to be checking out a band called, On today's video, we're going to be checking out a song called A Ghost in Flesh by a band called Living Dissection. So, I had a really good time researching this band. It was a little while back that I decided to put these guys on my list to do a reaction video for. So I did a refresher this morning. Actually, my newborn son Grayson, who's about four and a bit months old, he was up. I think it was 4 o'clock this morning. And I was trying everything I could to keep myself awake. So I thought, okay, let's see what's going on with these guys then. Let me get the prep work done, you know, do my research. And yeah, so I listened to their, as far as I can tell, their debut EP, Internal Malignance. I listened to that this morning. I listened to that a good few times this morning, actually. And this shit slaps. This shit goes really fucking hard. Now, I checked their Instagram. These guys call themselves Slamming Deathcore. I have no issue with that. To my ears, it's closer to slamming brutal death metal, but it doesn't really matter. Slamming deathcore, slamming brutal death metal. It's a grey area with these guys, in my opinion. It doesn't really matter. I was slightly surprised to hear themselves, you know, call themselves slamming deathcore, but they could have called themselves slamming samba, beatdown, gore, groovy, grind, gentcore, for all I care. These guys go extremely fucking hard. The bit that stands out most to me with these guys is the vocals. The vocals are varied, and there's some unique shit going on here that I really haven't heard before. There's the vocals that sound like it's a guy straining to break out of like a straitjacket or pulling chains off the wall or something like that. Like he's like it's not gutturals. It's not screams, it's not mids, it actually sounds like the guy's trying to lift something really heavy. It's really unnerving and absolutely filthy. And in this line of work, glowing recommendation. Yeah, and it's, you know, the fast sections are absolutely lacerating. The slams are really good. There's a I think it's 2 guitar solos that are thrown in there to keep things interesting. There's a little bit of background dissonance, all that type of stuff, just to keep things fresh. But make no mistake, this is brutality. This is, yeah, about as brutal as it gets. Really fucking heavy, unrelenting stuff. And they also did something that I think is really cool as well. They did, what was it called? Animated Autopsy. Only lasts 42 seconds long, which I fucking love. I love it when bands do that, when they just put in a tiny little track out of nowhere that just blitzes into existence and then leaves before it overstays its welcome. I love that shit. Really love that shit. So let's go. Okie dokie. Living Dissection, A Ghost in Flesh. Let's go. Let's do this. That's unsettling. Okay, that is surprisingly groovy. That groove is infectious, man. I fucking love it, dude. Oof. Wow. Oh. Okay. Living dissection. A ghost in flesh. That was nasty. That was really, really, really nasty. Yeah, okay, so first of all, that snare. That is the best slammy sounding snare I've heard for a while. I've heard for a long time, actually. That is, I think, even the most hardened, old school, doesn't listen to anything else other than slam, devourment, crusty ass, old school slam motherfucker will dig that. Even that crowd, they're gonna dig that snare. That snare was fucking perfect, dude. It was a brilliant slammy style of snare. Absolutely fantastic. I didn't expect it to be so groovy. That really took me by surprise. But that how did it? Super brutal, like really, really brutal, but brutal in a kind of, I don't know, is it, I don't know, could you say more mature way? I don't know. I don't quite know how to describe it, but it's difficult to be groovy and heavy at the same time, but those guys did manage to do that. I mean, that really took me by surprise. I wasn't expecting the kind of the fast sections or the faster sections to lead you to the next slam, you know. So you've got like a slam, a fast section, then you've got a slam, and so on and so forth, right? If you can hear something wailing in the background, it's my aforementioned newborn son Grayson with his mum, not by himself. Yeah, I was expecting it to be like much more heavier on the kind of death metal fast sections, maybe even a little bit, some little maybe black metal-ish vibes, like, you know, some blast beats thrown in there. But no, they used, I can't speak highly enough about that groove. It just came completely out of nowhere, and it was absolutely fucking fantastic. It's stuck in my head, and it's going to be stuck in my head for quite some time. Yeah, catchy and brutal. Those vocals are definitely something to write home about as well. I think there was let me see if I can describe exactly what the bit was. It was the bit, let me see. Yeah, I think it. Yeah, it was. I see how I finally see the world for what it is. Abhorrent. I don't know what he did there. I don't know what technique he used. I don't know what filter they put on top of that. I don't know what mixing they did, but it sounded truly, truly, truly fucked up. Really fucked up, really nasty, but really, really unique. The vocals had a very unique vibe to them throughout the whole song, to be honest. There was just something a little bit different about them, which really made the song kind of stand out, because slam stuff can kind of, sorry to say it, can kind of all sound pretty much the same. You know, you've heard, like, you know, if you've heard one slam band, I imagine it's probably quite difficult to tell them apart, unless all you listen to is slam. Yeah, the production was great on it. The bass cut through really nicely as well. It was that kind of very, very stringy bass sound. It wasn't kind of boom, boom, boom. It was more kind of like, you know, sounded like someone playing a big, massive, low bass string about that size with, like, you know, a quarter or something like that. Very scratchy, very stringy. Yeah, I dug it. I really, really, really dug it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, loved the shit out of it. And yeah, I cannot speak highly enough about those grooves. Those kind of old, slamming brutal death metal grooves. Didn't see it coming. Really, really did not see it coming. Yeah, fantastic stuff. Absolutely fantastic. Loved it. So, as per usual, links to the band's social medias, Bandcamp, Spotify's, Facebook, so on and so forth will be down below. Please, 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 please remember to, once the video's finished, scroll down, click on all the links where there's an option to subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, do all that kind of YouTubey stuff. When, leave a comment on the YouTube video, leave a comment on Facebook, leave a comment on Instagram, leave a comment every single place you can. Maybe head over to their Bandcamp and, maybe order, I don't know, order some t-shirts, order a face mask if they do that type of thing. Just support these guys in any way you can, because I want to hear more of this, because that was fucking brutal. And you can't beat a little bit of slammy goodness. So, one more time, Living Dissection, A Ghost in Flesh. Yeah, I love that shit. Love that shit. I'm gonna go and listen to that on repeat for the rest of my day. Anyway, I'm now just talking shit and rambling on as per usual. Thank you very much for joining me, guys. Love you all very much. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Later.